Ryan and I have known each other for years. We met in college, almost more than 10 years ago. No, well, whatever. We met in college a while ago. We're old. And we've done a lot of things together in the past. And we decided to get together again in large part because we wanted to make sure that young voices were heard. And so I figured, hey, I work with young people. Ryan had this great idea, and we decided to come together, and you were selected to be one of 8 to be interviewed. So we're excited to get to know you better for this Bragg Scholarship, which is called the Baton Rouge Area Graduate Scholarship at Bragg, right? So we want you to not hold back, all right? Tell us all about yourself. Whenever we ask you these questions, be humble, be honest, but also don't be humble, but be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, Tierney, I mean, the reason why we started this is because Josh and I are both Baton Rouge guys. We grew up in Baton Rouge, went to high school here in Baton Rouge, different high schools. Mm-hmm. And when we were getting out, we didn't have scholarships like this one, right? All scholarships were based on academic performance. All scholarships were based on athletic ability. And,
which we had
Josh and I, our athletic talents did not prove worthy to be Division I. So our scholarship opportunities were only academic, which fortunately we were both able to get a few, right? But there's more to a person than just academics and athletics, right? So we saw that there's kind of a gap here in the scholarship opportunities where we can see who the whole person is, see the generosity that they may have, the kindness that they may have that's not demonstrated through their scholarly activities or through their athletic performance. And so you being one of the one of the scholars that we've chosen for this is just an opportunity for us to get to know you and for you to be able to share your story. And we want you to be open about who you are, who's motivated you, what motivates you, what drives you, your passions and things like that. And so the scholarship is based on reach, and hopefully you've got a good community behind you that supports you and loves you and wants to encourage you. And so whenever this comes out, they can get to hear what you have to say, and get a taste of who you are as a person, just like we're able to do right now. And so that was the whole purpose of this, is to give somebody an opportunity that may have not have the greatest grades, may not be the most athletic, but that is doing something really great in their community, whether it just be their school, their church, or their friend group. Okay. So thanks for participating.
Of course.
And I'll just go ahead and get started with you. I mean, tell us what's going on with you right now, with being on lockdown. How are you feeling?
Well, at first it was really hard for me because, I was a senior in high school. So my senior year was cut short.
Tell us where you go to high school.
I go to Lee Magnet High School.
Okay.
So yeah, my senior year was cut short. I didn't know if it was going to have prom or if I was still going to be able to graduate. So I was really sad about it at first. But now I'm kind of just making way with it. I'm just chilling, I guess. Like, I still talk to my friends we FaceTime a lot. I'm always on TikTok. I'm always learning TikTok dances.
TikTok, that's Ryan's favorite.
I love
TikTok. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Netflix too, and watching a lot of YouTube. So yeah, that's really what I've been doing.
Well, that's good. So what's it like not having like the answers, right? So we right now, we don't know if you're going to have a prom. I'm sure we don't know, what graduation kind of looks like for you right now. How are you dealing with not having the answers or not having real guidance on what's going to happen in the next few months?
Well, it's definitely challenging because I like to know stuff. I'm a person, before I even get into things, I like to know everything about it before I take on things. But with this situation, it's like you kind of just have to go with the flow, I guess, because I it's really difficult for me right now during this time because I just like to look at the bigger picture. Like I know this is not going to go on forever. I know eventually we're going to get out of this, and when we do, we're just going to all be better. We'll all learn from it. This time to ourselves in quarantine, we all learning more about ourselves as people, and I think it's just a really big, good opportunity for us to just flourish.
So what's been the hardest part about this whole quarantine for you?
It's definitely probably, we took a lot, notice I took a lot of things for granted. Like just going outside, seeing people, going, just driving, even going to school. So that's really hard for me, like getting out of the daily routine of just going to school, going to church, going just being able to go to restaurants, movie theaters. So just being stuck in the house without really doing anything, same thing every day. That's what's really been hard for me.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Where do you go to church?
I go to Rose Hill Baptist Church.
How long have you been going there?
Probably since I was about 5, 6. Been there a long time.
Is there like a youth minister or a pastor that you're really fond of there?
I would say Minister LeVar. He was the youth minister. He is a youth minister now, but he has been one since I've gotten there, and so he's watched me grow up. He's watched me turn into the person I am now. He's exposed me to a lot because I actually didn't. He encouraged me to participate in a lot more in the church. We did a
like what?
Choir. I was in a youth choir. I participated in some plays. He persuaded me into doing some poems for the programs, like Black History program or the Christmas program. And yeah.
Tierney, you sing?
Josh is gonna make you sing on here.
I mean, come on, you sing?
Well, I would say I'm not horrible. I can.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not Beyonce either. So
if you're on TikTok, are you gonna be singing or are you gonna be dancing?
Oh no, I'm not gonna be singing.
I got you. Well, so have you had to lean on your minister during this time at all? Has he reached out to you? Have you reached out to him? And if so, what do you guys talk about?
If I were to reach out to him, I would just talk more about, like, I know he would check up on me for sure, how to say I was doing, and I would tell him for sure, like, I'm making it. I really wish I was back in church because it's nice seeing space all the time. And I was just telling him what I've been doing, hopefully laugh, joke some more, cheer each other up.
Are y'all doing virtual church right now?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So Tierney, your freshman year, were you at Lee the whole time?
Yeah, I was.
All right. So your freshman year was 16, 17, right? So that's in 16. So you started the year off in a crazy way.
Right. The flood.
Right.
Everybody, yeah.
I mean, this class, y'all have joked about no cap, right, for 2020, and yet y'all have had the most stressful 4 years ever, right? So talk about your high school journey. I mean, you started out in a stressful situation, and now you're ending in one.
Well, coming in, I was on a volleyball team freshman year. So us volleyball girls, like, being that we weren't in school long, we were only in school for 2 days before it closed. Those were the only people I really knew. So during the whole flood, we volunteered. We volunteered at the food bank, and it was just bonding time for us. We all stayed in touch with each other to make sure we was all making it through with the flood. And so after the flood, we were all close with each other. We all talked more, and we just made it through our freshman year. And now we all, as a class, I think I can speak for the whole class of 2020. It it has been really hard for us, but I think this is really just a bonding moment for us all. Like we all have this in common. We all are going through the same thing. We all probably feel the same way. So I think that brings us together as a class now. Like no, the class of 2020 is, we are amazing. Like we are, to be able just to go through this. Like I just love my class. Like no, who else? Who else? You know?
Right. Right. So it sounds like you get, it sounds like even though you're apart, you're getting closer. And you said maybe you guys are FaceTiming. Is there other social media things that you guys are doing to stay connected?
Well, we also send each other TikTok videos, of course.
Yeah.
We tried the Netflix party where we watch, we can watch shows together on Netflix.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, let's get into what we're going to be calling the lightning round. Asking you a few questions, and we just want real, your gut reaction to it. Okay. And the example I give is if somebody were to say, "Hey, Ryan, do you like football?" I'd say, "Yeah, absolutely." Right. And so we want your initial reaction. We may follow them up with a question or two. Okay. All right. So first, what's your favorite TikTok dancer challenge?
Ooh, savage right now.
Savage. Are you brave enough to do it right now?
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yes, let's do it.
Oh.
Come on.
Okay. I'm savage, classy, bougie, ratchet.
Yeah.
Moody. Acting.
I love it.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. See, we would have never got this with anybody else. Thank you so much. All right, next, what's your favorite book?
Ooh, that's a good question. My favorite book of all time is When Breath Becomes Air. I read that last year as an incoming junior. It's about this doctor. He was diagnosed with cancer. So it's really about his journey, how he normally saves people's lives, but this time he's the one that's like struggling with cancer. So it's really about like him inspiring other people, but also maintaining his own happiness. So yeah, it's a really good book.
Well, that's awesome. Who would be a dream mentor of yours?
Probably Chance the Rapper, honestly.
Ooh.
Because like he does what he loves, which is rapping, but he also gives back to his community as well. Like
Side note, real quick. Quibi just released yesterday.
Oh yeah, for his prank show, yeah.
And his prank show, I watched it this morning. You can tell he's got a good heart. I like that guy.
Both of y'all paid for Quibi?
No, you get 90 days free, bro.
It's I'll be watching it for sure.
90 days free.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be watching that.
Yeah, so keep going about what inspires you about him, about Chance the Rapper.
Well, he grew up in not the best towns. Like we know, he grew up in Chicago. What we know about Chicago is like a lot of gang violence, but he did not let that take much part of his life. Like he did not let that affect him. He did not follow what his environment was around him. He wanted to make a change. So with his success and his rap, he mainly raps about what he's been through, his environment, and with all he has earned financially, he gives back. He gives money to schools there because he wants the children there to not be a product of their environment, like not want to end up like how most people define Chicago. And he also opens a lot of he has one thing called open mic night. And I always wanted to participate in it where it's open to high school students where you could just go and just show your talents, enjoy a night out, and it's free, of course, but that just seems really fun to do. And he's just always giving back, always smiling. And that's just something that I want to do when I grow up.
Josh, we got to tag Chance the Rapper.
Oh,
That'd
totally.
be so sweet, bro.
Well,
I think that's gonna be relatable. That's really cool. Yeah. And so what else you got, Josh? I think the lightning round is finished. I'm gonna end it on that. That was awesome.
Like the whole thing is done. So Tierney, your favorite food?
French fries.
That was so quick.
I
From
love
where?
French fries.
From where?
Probably Checkers.
Checkers.
It has the great their fries are just seasoned so well. Like they're different.
Okay.
It reminds me
I like
of
it.
Checkers is like Fast Track. That's what Ryan and I had back in the day.
I've never
Fast Track fries.
Yeah, it doesn't exist any longer.
No, it's gone. It's gone. All right.
Hi, I'm Ryan. These are some of the clients I've helped out. They are literally the best. Here are their glowing reviews. I helped them with their car accident. Maybe I can help you.
So Tierney, all right. So we talked about a little about your senior year, but let's go into a little bit more about just you as a person, your family, right? So both Ryan and I are the youngest in our families. So tell us more about your family dynamic, your background. Who motivates you and your family?
Definitely my mom. My mom motivates me the most. She's a really big inspiration to me because she's a single parent. It's always just been me, her, and my brother, and my grandmother also helps us a lot. And she didn't let that hurt her. Like I watched her work hard for us. I watched her make countless sacrifices for us. She's extremely hardworking. She's full of determination. And I just want to be as good of a person as she is. Like I watch how successful she has come. She didn't let the fact that she was a single parent like distract her. She always made sure that my brother and I were good. We didn't need anything. She always made sure that we were happy. And I just want to be just like her. She's really inspiring to me.
Well, what's like a common lesson that she's taught you, throughout your childhood, and just for your knowledge, I guess I'd like to share that I grew up with a single parent as well, and there's no stronger people on the face of the earth than single mothers. Like
Right.
hands down, I don't care who you are, they're the strongest. And the thing that she would always teach us and preach to us is it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters how hard you work and how respectful you are. And I've always taken that throughout my entire life so far. And so that's what she preached to me and taught me. What was something that your mother did for you?
She taught me also, she taught me I am not entitled to anything. I have to work hard.
Love that.
For everything that I want. Nobody is ever just going to hand me anything. I have to work hard for everything. That's something she reminds me often. So, yeah, that's one thing she's instilled in me.
Yeah, I love that.
That's wow. That's awesome. All right. So how about you as a student, Tierney? So you're at Lee Magnet High School. All right. Let's talk about what motivates you as a student.
As a student, I would say I'm a very competitive person. I want to be the best. And Lehigh is a very challenging school, very hard. And school-wise, if I see myself struggling or not doing as good as I know I can do, I often like to just strive for better. Like I'm striving for an A. I'm going to get an A. And when I put my mind to it, I'm going to get it. I try to work extremely hard as I can. So yeah, I really like to push myself. I like to
Now
do
tell me this, are you developing relationships with your teachers as well? You know, I was always the person, I was never the smartest, right? But I was always willing to work hard, but I also knew that personal relationships mattered. And so I would always try to have a personal relationship with my teacher. And at the end, you know, you need that 1 or 2 bonus points. You go up to them and, you know, hey, you know, teacher, you know, would it be crazy if, you know, you gave me a bonus point for cleaning all your dry erase boards or whatever it is? You know, is that something that you value or that you do?
I've liked to build relationships with mainly my science teachers, because science is what I want to do as a profession, and they see like how hard and how much I care about science. So I like to, and I feel like the science teachers are always the coolest. Like, I'm always cool with my science. So,
it's because you love it. That's a great point. Okay, so if you were just going to wake up one day, right, and you aren't going to be woken up by an alarm, but you're going to wake up at 6 a.m. What would be like your driving force? What would be your passion? What's something that you would want to do that day?
More than likely, I would just want to go out. I'm an early bird already, so I just want to go out, just make me probably some hot chocolate. Just know I'm a very curious person, so I know like there is so much to learn in a day. I want to do something I've never done before. I want to learn something that's always bothered me, so I would probably figure it out or do something that I've always wanted to do, like probably learn how to do a backflip, because I always wanted to learn how to do that. So I would probably go outside, practice for hours until I get it.
And now's a good time to learn.
Right.
Hey, document the journey on TikTok.
Now's a good time to learn.
Yeah.
You don't know you got a voice. You don't know you got value, power. You don't know you got a choice. That's that hurt. I know we been seeds. Why you think we come from the dirt? We got growth, roots, flowers, and fruit for proof, you know. A lot to lose. Really, it's up to you. Know yourself, education and wealth. They poison our minds and communities, going for our health. They don't love us, they just love what sells, and we buy it. We build, they destroy, control us with violence, make us stop trying. They want us to give up, but I'm no fool. Find the right avenue. For me, it was school. I picked brick, they gave me the tools. Opportunity on the table. It's time for you to choose.
Really good. So Tierney, tell us, we're almost done. There will be hundreds of thousands of people watching this interview because you want to share this, because whoever gets the most engagement wins. So what is something that all of us can learn from you in terms of motivation? So if you had to give us something like a fortune cookie, right? To keep us motivated during this whole time.
I would say times are really hard right now, but it's okay, because we are still ourselves. There's so much to learn about ourselves. We can just go out and we could go outside, take a walk, and be us. Like, we can learn more about ourselves, take this time to really just process everything that's going on. And yeah, it's really hard, and it could be hard to stay positive through all of this. But I would say it's better trying to remain positive than just being really sad or upset about everything that's going on. Like, if you look in the bigger picture, this is not going to go on forever. We're all going to be okay in the end. I would say this is something that is just going to bring us all together. Like, this is crazy to say we lived through it, but it's nice to say I did it. Like, I made it through, and I'm alive. So just picture that in the end. Like, I made it through. I'm okay.
All right, last thing, because I know Josh wants to wrap up, but you've got a lot of hope. I hear that. That's been a common theme that I've heard from, you guys not having prom, not having graduation, all that sort of stuff. But then I'm also hearing your positivity. And so what gives you that hope and what keeps you positive throughout this?
At first, I wasn't positive. I was very sad. I spent the whole day in bed. Like, because just knowing like everything I was looking forward to was gone just like that. It was very sad for me. But after talking with a lot of people, and my mom, sure, she listening to other testimonies from people from who were in high school during Katrina, then they were saying how they made it through. It's okay. Like, this does not define you as a person. Like, you're going to make it through. Just show your strength. That really has inspired me to just show that I am stronger than Corona. Like, I am going, that's really been pushing me through. Like, Corona is not going to hurt me in any way. I'm going to continue life. I'm going to continue being positive, because that's really what I can do. I'm not going to let it get me sad, down, mad, because it's not worth it. So just going to remain positive, smiling. Yeah.